Hey guys, welcome back to my Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Tia, founder of the blog Tropical Tide, and I create content that is geared toward motivating and encouraging you to use your God-given time wisely and increase your productivity. In today's video, guys, we are going to be having a very casual interview, chit chat style, and I have here with me my best friend Celine Warner, and we're gonna be speaking on a number of topics today. So I do hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Alrighty guys, so the first thing that we're gonna speak on is accountability and the importance of accountability. Now, Soy and I, we started our accountability journey a couple years ago in 2018, and I know for sure it has proven itself to be very effective. So what can you say? How has accountability impacted your life?
I agree. Not being the most disciplined of individuals, when you make a list with your accountability partner, and they're gonna check you every week, even send you messages every day to see if you're on track with your goals, on track with what you set out to do. It really helps. It really pushes you, because you want to be able to give a good report at the end of the week or at the end of the month and look back and see that you have a track record of completing your tasks and of getting things done.
Right. Well said. That is very true, what you just said, because Soy is my main accountability partner. And if you call police for them people, government give a curfew for 3 o'clock.
And
them up on the road. And we well say, we go film at
After
this
3
time
o'clock.
because nobody fear pass, because we live on a very busy road. Some unruly people. So yeah, man. So Soy has been my accountability partner since we started a couple of years ago, and yeah, like, someone like she. Well, you actually want someone like her to be your accountability partner, because you see all sweet and smiley, I'm dangerous. Like, week time, just make sure you have your game together, make sure you have your act together, because she doesn't accept mediocre, okay? She's growing, she expects you to grow with her, like, if you're in her friend circle, and especially if you have given her the task of accountability partner, she is going to go above and beyond in that role, in that capacity. So yeah, man, accountability is tremendously impactful. You need an accountability partner. You need someone that can hold you accountable for your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. And I hope that you guys are setting goals for yourselves, because that is very important for anyone who wants to develop. Yeah.
And these goals don't have to be, to get rich quick or to build a mansion. It's literally little things like make sure I wake up at, making sure that you wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, or making sure that I don't like vegetables. I had to put this on my list to eat a portion of vegetables at least 3 times for the week. It's very small, but it makes a big difference.
It does. It really does. And yeah, you mentioned it about progress. You can look back and you can see your progress, and I think that is awesome, because I am a big fan and I endorse like documentation. So when you have all of those lists, however you want to record it, when you look back now to say reflect and just evaluate, which those 2 things, you need to be doing those ever so often, you'll be able to see what have you accomplished. So I wasn't a person that would eat her vegetables, but now she can say that she would have a side of whatever veg instead of just having no vegetables, and that is progress. You understand? I didn't like drinking water, but I had to put that on my list, and now that is something that I don't have to put on my list anymore, because it has been engraved into my everyday life, into my routine, that it just comes naturally to me. And I saw my neighbor, no man, slamming the chair. You're picking on my big toe.
That's right. I want it. I thank God for the neighbor. I want it here.
Want them big toe?
Bruh.
Well, it named Big Toe for a reason. So yeah, I think it's really good to do that, to get into the habit of documenting your progress, your goals, and your achievements. Another way that I do it is I implement a habit tracker as well. So even though I share my accountability list with my accountability partner, I set it up in such a way that I have my accountability list, and certain things like drinking water and stuff, I would put those on my habit tracker, and you shade in every single time you do it. So every single time you accomplish a task, you tick it off, shade in the box, whatever it may be. I can also link a free habit tracker that you can download off of my blog. I'll leave the link in the description bar below. And the whole idea of setting goals for yourselves, whether it be yearly, monthly, weekly, daily, and I also have a video on how to set goals and how to achieve them. I will link that in the description bar below. But setting goals in and of itself is an act of you making the necessary steps to develop yourself. So let's talk a little bit about personal development, because all of it kind of goes hand in hand. It's very important, it's very crucial for you to develop, because as you're growing, you're growing physically, you're growing emotionally, and you want to grow mentally as well. You know, you want to ensure that you are developing in all areas. What do you have to say on personal development, girl?
Yes. So, sorry, I just feel like I need to give a disclaimer that as a guest, I don't particularly know what to do over here in the corner while she speaks. You understand? So if you see me like going my head to the side, just allow me. I'm doing the best I can over here. Don't judge me. I'll speak when I'm spoken to.
Yeah, so what else about personal development?
Yeah, man, personal development, let me tell you, it takes you that extra mile. For example, in the workplace, I work in accounts, and I'm not particularly an accountant. However, there are other certain things that I do have, like problem solving or seeing an opportunity to perhaps implement something new, and I'd be the person for the job. It was my idea, so they'd ask me to spearhead it, and that gives you like a little leverage. It puts you a step ahead of the rest, and you have that extra thing to you, extra skill, ability, attitude. It really makes the difference and makes you stand up. Lady, name me attack.
Yeah, man. Proceed.
What the wrong door for this? All we do is laugh. Let me just say, all we do is laugh. But anyways,
You're gonna get something from this video. Go ahead.
I was done though.
Yeah, when it just
But she's listening though.
yeah, my number I did I listen, but but in personal development, guys, one thing that I have taken away from the act or the journey, my personal development journey, is that you learn so much about yourself. So just from me writing that initial goal list, like my first ever list of goals, right? And I had set some major goals, and going after those goals, you're gonna come across a lot of tribulations. I'm telling you, okay? A lot of tribulations, and boy, I had no idea that I had work ethic until I began to work on those set goals that I set for myself.
But it's not even that this self-development is just what you want or about your own agenda. But you really need to be close to God. You really need to have a relationship with Him in order to know the path that He's leading you down. And not, trying to direct your own steps. He didn't create yourself. He created us all. And so He knows what's best. He knows what He wants us to do. Sometimes He'll place random things on your heart, well, seemingly random to you. Like for me, I need to go learn sign language. I'm not sure why yet. I just know that it's bother that's there. It's an urge to go learn sign language. I mean, I like it as well. Bless God. But you never know what he's going to use that to do in the future. And so it's important that, you know, as you pick your different tasks to do, as you enhance yourself, that, you know, it's really with the mindset of giving God glory.
Definitely. And that is one thing, like, I didn't just write these goals randomly. Like, at first it started that way until I recommitted my walk to the Lord, and then it kind of, my mindset completely shift. So I didn't I no longer live for myself, I live for Christ. So as scripture says, you know, the Lord will direct your steps. You know, you just need to commit all your plans into his hands, and he will guide you accordingly. And I can definitely attest, I can testify to this, because let's just dive into a little story time. When I moved to Jamaica, I had all intentions to study a particular degree. Lo and behold, I would jump through every hurdle, everything that I needed to do, dodge everybody who I needed to dodge, confront whoever I needed to confront, to study this particular field. And when I got to the door, I was literally there, and it was just for me to step over the line, and I got a big fat no in it. Basically, that's what they said, a no, you know. And I was like, okay. So then I got rerouted, and I was led to study the particular field that I'm studying now. And I have no particular passion or zeal for this field, but I can only say that it was God's hand. It was God that was directing my steps, because Tropical Tide was born, and I know for a fact that if I studied that field that I wanted to, I would have no time to do this that I'm doing here: YouTube, blogging, Instagram, and even to partake in ministry and those kind of stuff. It would have been very tedious, and it would have you know, definitely affected my work ethic, the quality of work and those kind of stuff. So yes, we don't live for ourselves, and every single thing that we do, of course, is to glorify God, you know.
Yeah, you know, it's not always going to be easy. I mean, not everything that's put in front of you you're going to want to do, even though you feel like you should. For example, eating vegetables. But you know, in the long run, it really is worth it, and you have to want it for you. You have to know that this is good for me, and this is where God would have me at this time, and be confident in, you know, God and his leading, because if you take your eyes off of that, pleasing God, then you're going to end up trying to please people, and that just sends you downhill. That will drive you loco. So let's get real. When you take your eyes off the prize, when you take your eyes off Jesus, and you start to overextend yourself, you start to do things you wouldn't normally do just to please people, because while you know, we aim for excellence with God, like, people act like they're greater than God sometimes. I mean, there is sometimes this expectancy that you get from people that makes you wonder, like, and sometimes it's perceived, sometimes it's not, that they actually expect all this of you. But when you're not aiming to please God, you're going to be aiming to please people, and that is a slow killer. You do not want to end up in that position at all. It forces you to overextend for no reason. It forces you to, you know, get sidetracked trying to work for your worth, work to prove your worth, and in the end, it's just going to be exhausting, and you're never going to feel good enough, and you're never going to be the kind of confident that you want to be, as opposed to when you're working and doing things for Christ, when you're doing it with him as your motivation, with him as your sense, as your reason, then you are able to function more freely. For the Spirit of the Lord there is freedom. You're able to really zone out of the distractions of the world and tune into listen to his still small voice and his guidance, his direction, his instruction, and you end up performing better. You'd really put your best foot forward, knowing that you're working as unto him, and you know, it really takes off that added pressure, and you're able to do it with, you know, feeling good, smiling, making it enjoyable and fun, and not being too concerned about what others think.
Definitely. That's very, very, very crucial, to not to live to please men. Or, and sometimes you don't even know that you're doing it. You said that right? Yeah, you sometimes you have no idea that you're doing it. So here's where I'd encourage you guys, like, even like the reflection and the evaluation, it's a big thing to do, and it's not only just for your goals, it's for life in general. You need to take time out now and again and really sit and ask yourself some tough questions. Who are you living for? Are you using your God-given time wisely? Are you procrastinating? How are you making up excuses? Those kind of stuff. What have you accomplished? What haven't you accomplished? Just ask yourself whatever tough questions you need to ask yourself, and evaluate yourself and see where you stand. And then in light of people pleasing as well, are you really doing it for the applause? Are you doing it for the recognition? Or are you doing it just out of your heart because the Lord has instructed you to do this particular task? You know that it's going to be a blessing to whoever is going to be on the receiving end. You're hungry?
I'm hungry.
All right.
I hope you're not eating all them quarantine snacks. If you are, I hope you're doing your at-home workouts. We did one last night, and let me tell you,
Still feel it.
I kid. I think we'll do one after this. But them jump squats are no joke. But you can't leave quarantine chunky.
Yeah, let me tell you guys, don't leave quarantine without a brand new hobby, learning something new, diving into your spiritual walk with the Lord more. Don't leave don't leave chunky.
Body shaming here.
No, I'm chunky. I'm chunky. But I'm working on it.
I haven't seen with regards to turning being productive and really coming out of this with those types of ideas, and even just a fit body. We understand that not everybody can turn this experience into something fun and productive. Not everybody can really walk out of this polished, but there are some who have never we have never been through a COVID-19 experience. We don't, a lot of persons are uncertain. They don't know if when they are let off of lockdown, if they're going to have a job. The economy is not doing well, and so a lot of persons are actually stayed at home worrying, fretting, not sure if this is going to be the last time they're able to spend in their home.
It's very true.
Yeah, and so if you fall into that category that you are unable to be as productive as you'd like, we do encourage you to hang in there, to stay positive. And the beauty is, especially if you know God, that's where our hope is. We don't have to give in and panic and get into being fearful, but we can look to God. We can know that He is in control, and that no matter how this plays out, it's gonna be fine. And we can cast our cares on Him. Definitely. Because He sustains the righteous. His word does not lie. So take heart. We were talking the other day about a gratitude list. We have a lot of reasons to be anxious right now, but there's also a lot of reasons to be thankful.
Right,
especially if you're healthy, if you have food in your home, if you just are able to move and function well. Make a gratitude list. There's always something to be thankful for.
Definitely. And do share with us, some things that you are grateful for in this time. I can say that I'm very grateful. We've been on lockdown for 3 weeks or so, not strict lockdown, but
curfew.
We have curfews, and we have the essential workers going out. I am definitely not an essential worker, but I have a part-time job, and I was able to go a couple of days in the past few weeks, and received a little income from that. As I mentioned before in the channel, I am a virtual assistant, and I have that little. It's not much, but it's something. I still have an income, and I am able to finish my degree online. I have internet access, I have access to a laptop, a phone, those kind of resources to get it done. So yeah, man, there is so much to be grateful for. I'm just giving you guys sharing a few things that I'm tremendously grateful for, like to have in this time. So yeah, what are some things that you are grateful for? Do share with us in the comments below.
And also, if there's something that you're going through and you'd like us to keep you in prayer for, you can also
definitely
feel free to share.
Definitely. If you don't want to put it in the comments section, you can DM me on Instagram, and we can definitely keep this conversation private. That's no problem. Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in today to this little chit chat, a little bit more relaxed type of video. This was not scripted at all. We just hit record and we started to talk. So we do hope that you got value from this, and definitely share it with someone who you think may benefit from hearing something from the list of topics that we spoke on in this video. Definitely share with them. Give it a big thumbs up. That really helps the algorithm on YouTube. And it does show me that it does show me that you do like the content that is produced here, and I'll definitely make more of that content. Yeah, man. And subscribe to the channel, guys, and turn on that post notification. But thank you so much, guys. I do really appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye. Okay.
Boy.
Very casual chit chat interview style. All right, let me say it over. Into the call the police. It's not like you're dead out. I can't see you. Anyways, you stop laughing. No, boss, we can't with you. Me think me bad. Stop.
No matter to me, that no matter to me. I just,
the laughing.
No, we reach an extent, man. As in, I want them understand it too, but when me and you talk, I come like a chipmunk. Nobody knows what. I missed the joke.
Oh.
Ready.
Okay. Everywhere for luck and here. Anyways.